Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, that is Gayatri, your Codex Mitra, and also welcome back to our new series of statistical R programming. And I have already completed 2-3 videos on this series. So this is the fourth part of our series, and in today's video I will teach you about the variables, data types and operators in R programming. So let's start with our today's video. So the first topic is variable in R. The first definition is a variable in R is a name used to store the data. Means when you want to store the data, then you use the variables. By default, we write a variable name at the left side. So there are the assignment operators that are used to assign the values to the variable. So a variable is simply a container that or else you can take an example. If there is a one box and you want to store the books in that box, so in this case the box is a container, means the variable, and the books are the elements or the data or values that you want to store in that box, means values in a container or a variable. So here you can see these are the assignment operators and examples as well. So next is the rules for variable naming. So there are some rules to using that we have to name the variable. So the variable has to start with a letter. Letters, numbers, dot and underscore are allowed in a variable. So we can't write a numbers at the starting of a variable name. So it is the case sensitive, means the capital letters, means assume the small a and capital A is there, but these two variables are two different variables. A and A means the small a and capital A are two different variables because it is a case sensitive. So here are the examples as well, which are valid and invalid. So here you can see at the invalid, the one data, this is the variable name, but it is invalid because here you can see we can't use the numbers at the starting. And valid, here you can see the my var and value underscore 1. These all are valid variables name. So let's I will open the R Studio. Here you can see. So first here I will use the capital A, and here I will assign the value. Okay, wait, I will assign the wrong way. So capital A and that holding a value 12, and now I will access that A. So here you can see that A variable contains the value is 12. So now I will start with the small code of addition. So here I will give the variable name as a sum is equals to, or sum is equals to first 0. Then I will give the A value is equals to 12. B value is equals to 2, and I will give another variable as x, and here I will use the different assignment operators. So by default we used to use a variable name at the left side, but we can use the at the right side as well. So here I will give the 10, and that I will assign to x. Now let's here give the sum. So a plus b plus x. Now let's print this. And control A and control R. So here you can see the addition is 24. 12 to 14 and 10 is 24. So here you can see this is how you can use the equals to symbol, or less than and ampersand and greater than. These symbols is used to assign the values in that operators. So the next topic is data types in R. So what is the data type? Data type defines what kind of data a variable can hold. So the data type tells you the what kind of data that you stored in that variable name. Means for example, here you can see there are many data types. First one is numeric, means the any number which has the decimal point in it. So that is the numeric. Next is the integer. So here you can see at the value the 5 is suffix with the L, so it tells that the value of a y is an integer. So next is the character. The name is a variable, and in double quotes here you can see the string that that is the value for this name variable. And logical means it is the logical value if either it contains the true or false, 0 or 1s. And next is the complex. Here you can see it contains the real value as well, real and the imaginary parts. Next is the raw binary data. Okay, wait. Means the raw binary data means holds the binary data low level byte storage. So the rarely used for mostly in a system level task or the binary file for handling. So I will open the R Studio. So here I will define each data type first. Means I will create a variable and that I will assign to 10, and b variable I will assign with 2. Okay, then okay, 2.2. Now let's check the what kind of data these variables are holding. So as I see in the screen that it is holding the numerical or double values, but how we check using the class function. So there is a function called a class, and in that we have to pass the variable name, and let's execute this. So here you can see the output is numeric, means this value a contains the numerical value. Now let's check the type of function. So here I will give the b, and let's execute this. So here you can see the output, that is double, means the b value contains the double, means the decimal point number. Now let's check for the string as well, or the character. So in double quotes I will give the string as your Codex Mitra, and let's execute this. Okay, wait, I have to give the class function. So class of x, and let's execute. So here you can see the class of x is character. Now let's learn about these two functions. So first I will explain about the class function. So class function is a high level used for high level classification, means it tells the what kind of data the object is holding. And next here you can see the type of function. The type of function, it tells you it is the low level classification, means it tells you that how the internally the object is stored in the memory. So now let's move to the next topic, that is type conversion. So here you can see the type conversion, means convert one data type to another. In some cases we want to convert that values data type. So if you want to convert that value to the numeric, so we use the function called as.numeric. And to convert to character, we need to use a as.character. So this there are many functions like this to convert. So there are two types of type conversion. So first one is implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion. So let's check what error we get first. If you done any wrong, using wrong data type, we done any operations. So first I will give x is equals to 100. It is a, I'm giving double quotes, so it assumes that it is a string. And y is equals to 1 I will give, and z is equals to x plus y. And now let's print this z, print z, and let's control A, control R. So here you can see the error, non-numeric argument to binary. So this error we get. Now let's check what is the implicit. So implicit means it is done automatically by the R operations. So for that, here x value I will give it as a true. So the true means in binary 1. So it assumes that it is a 1 value, and it done the operation as 1 plus 1. So let's check control A, control R. So here you can see the true value it assumes as 1, and the y value is already 1. So 1 plus 1 it will give our us output is 2. So now this is the implicit. Now let's check about explicit. So as I told, the implicit means it is done automatically by the R operations, but in explicit we have to do it manually using these functions. Here you can see these functions as numeric, as character, as logical, and there are many. So let's convert. Else here I will give it as a x value in a string as 100, and convert that to this numeric. So as dot numeric, and that value I am storing in x only. So let's check control A, control R. Here I have given the wrong. So let's execute one more time. So here you can see it converts this 100. This is the string, so it converts the string into the numeric using this as dot numeric function. So in this, here we have to pass that number or a variable, and again that converted to numeric number that I am storing in the x only. We can give the logical value as well. So let's check x is equals to, I will give it as 0, and I will convert that to the logical value. So x is equals to as dot logical function, and in this I will pass that x. So let's print it. Control A, control R. So here you can see the 0 means in boolean or in logical it is false. So this is how you can convert it using these functions. To convert into character, use as dot character function. To convert into the logical, use the as dot logical, or to numeric, use the function as dot numeric. As dot complex for the complex, to convert it into the complex. So the next topic is the operators in R. Here you can see the definition, the symbols for operations on the variables and values. So operators are the symbols that used to perform operation on that operands. Operands means the values. So there are many types of operators: arithmetical operators, relational, logical, assignment operator, and miscellaneous operators. So let's see one by one. So first one is the arithmetical operator. These are the mathematical operations, and here you can see which are those. So plus, minus, asterisk, and division operator, exponential, and percentage division. This all I will explain one by one. So let's open the R Studio. So let's start with the first, that is addition. Here I will give the x is equals to 12, and y is equals to 2, and let's print the sum of it. So x plus y, and print it, and sum, control A, and control R. So here you can see the addition of. Now let's change only the operator. So here I will give it set, and so here I will give a minus. So control A, control R. So here you can see 12 minus 2 is equals to 10, and let's print the multiplication. So here you can see that 12 into 2, 24, and let's divide it. So here you can see 12 divided by 2 is 6, and next one is exponential. So here I will give the, it will multiply 12 into 12. So let's execute. So here you can see the square of 12. Now the next operator is modulus. So it will give us the remainder. So here you can see when we divide 12 by 2, then we get the remainder is 0. Now next, integer division. Let's execute. So here we get the integer division. Now let's move to the other operators. So that is the relational operators. So relational operator compares the value. It will return either true or false, means 0 or 1. Let's check one by one. Okay, here I will give the a is equals to 2 and b is equals to 1, and z I will give it as, let's check equality check, and let's print this. So here you can see the output is false, means it will check if the a contains and b contains the same value or not. So in this case it is false because 2 and 1, it is two different values. So let's check another output. Here you can see now I have given the same value for the two operators, so it is giving us the output is true. Now let's check greater than. I will give the 12 value, control A, control R. So here you can see the 2 is less than 12. Now let's check less than. So here you can see the 12 is greater than 2. Now equals to this, all less than or equal to. It will check if the A value is less than or equals to B. Now let's execute. So here you can see it is greater than, so that's why it is giving us the output is true. Now let's give the same value. Here you can see the same output is given. So in this case it will check if it is a greater than A value is less than B, then it will give the output is true. If the value is equals to B, then also it is giving us the output is true. In this case it gives us the output false when the A value has the greater value than B. Now let's change this. So here you can see it will check if the A value is equals to B, so it is true, then it giving us the output is true. Now let's give the B value as 12, so control A, control R. Here you can see the output is false. Now there is one more operator, that is not equals to. Let's check this. Here you can see it will check if the A value is not equals to B. So in this case 2 is not equals to 12. The not equals to B means it is true for the not equals to. In this case, here you can see it will give the output as false. Here you can see because 2 is equals to 2. Now let's move to the another operators, that is logical operators. So logical operators means combines or modifies the logical value. In R it is mostly used for filtering, condition, or making decisions. So there are three operators. Here you can see and, or, and not. So let's see directly the examples for a more easy explanation. So the first one I will give it as an element wise and. So A is equals to, I will create the vector of true, comma false, and I will create another vector, and in this I will give it as true and now let's check. Z is equals to x and A and B. Let's print the Z. So the AND operator, it will check if, so it will check the element wise, means the true is equals to true. AND operator, it will use it will check if the true is true, then it will give the output as true. If one of these are false, then the output is false. So in second case, the false and true, so the output is false. Now let's check the OR operator. For that we use the pipeline symbol. Now here I will give the value as false only. So the OR operator compares each element, and it will check if one of these value is true, then it will give the output as true. Now let's execute and check. So here you can see, so first it will check the A and compares the first element of these two vectors. So first is true and false. So if the one of the value is true, then it will give the output as true. So here you can see the true, false, so the output is true. And in second case, both the values are false, so it is giving us the output is false. Now let's check another operator, the logical NOT. So for that we don't need this vectors. So the logical NOT operator, it will reverse the logical value. So here I will give a false. And now let's print this A first. So it has to give us the output is true. So let's print. So here you can see it will reverse the logical value. In this case I have given the false, so it is giving us the output true. Now let's give the value true. So here you can see the output is false. Now let's move to the another operator, that is assignment operators and miscellaneous operators. So previously I have already explained these assignment operators. These two are save the values or stores the values in the left hand side, and this assignment operator stores the value of that variable in the right hand side. So next is the miscellaneous operators. So first one is membership and sequence. So let's execute and check, then I will give the explanation. So first I will create a vector called A, and in that first I will use this sequence. Here you can see the colons. So first I will create that. So 1 colon 5, it will generate the 1 to 5 numbers and store that into the A. So this is the sequence operator. And next I will check if the value is present in that vector or not. For that I will use the percentage in percentage that operator. So I will talking about this membership operator. Here you can see percentage in percentage. Now let's check. I will create another variable, and I will check if the 2 percentage in percentage, and here I will give that vector, and let's print Z. And before that I will print that entire vector. Now let's check. So here you can see I have given the vector range as a 1 to 5, vector of range 1 2 3 4 5, and here you can see it will check if the 2 value is in that vector or not. So in this case 2 value is in that vector, so it is giving us the output is true. Now let's change this value to 6. Now let's execute. So here you can see the 6 value is not in that range, so it is giving us the output false. Now so that wraps up our video on the operators, data types and variables in R language. So in variables I want to include one more topic, as which characters we don't have to use as a variables. There are some reserved words, so that we don't have to use as a variable, so that I will explain in the next video. And I hope this video is understandable for you, and if you like this video, then don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.